Remember the days of pastel tiles, floral wallpaper, and big bold hairstyles? Well, today we're traveling back to the 1980s to explore the vibrant world of bathroom decor and beauty products, from Aqua Net Hairspray to Maybelline Great Lash Mascara. Join me as we uncover the secrets of a 1980s bathroom. And trust me, you won't want to miss this nostalgic journey. Welcome back to my channel, Laura Jane Atelier. My name is Laura, and this is where we dive into the intriguing and often forgotten aspects of history and culture. Today we're taking a delightful detour to the 1980s, a decade defined by its bold fashion, unique trends, and unforgettable beauty products. In this video, we'll explore the quintessential elements of the 1980s bathroom decor, the must-have beauty products that define the era, and the hidden treasures you might find in a typical 1980s medicine cabinet. The 1980s were an era defined by bold statements, and this vibrant energy was reflected in every corner of home decor, especially the bathroom. Let's deep dive into the key elements that made 1980s bathrooms a unique blend of style and personality. One of the most iconic trends of the 1980s was the extensive use of pastel colors. These soft, dreamy hues created an inviting and soothing atmosphere. Pastel pinks, blues, and greens and purples were not just limited to the walls and tiles, but extended to the very fixtures of the bathroom. Imagine stepping into a bathroom where the sink, bathtub, and even the toilet were bathed in a gentle pastel color. These colors brought a sense of calm and a cohesion to the space, making the bathroom a peaceful retreat. I love the idea of having like a lavender bathtub or like a light purple or baby blue. Floral wallpaper was another hallmark of the decade. Bold, large-scale floral patterns, often with vibrant colors or a touch of tropical influence, were plastered across bathroom walls. These patterns range from delicate small flowers to big dramatic blooms, each adding a whimsical and cheerful vibe to the space. The floral themes didn't stop at the wallpaper. Shower curtains, bath mats, and even towels often featured matching or complementary floral designs, creating a visually cohesive and aesthetically pleasing environment. The 1980s were also about creating an illusion of space and adding a touch of luxury that was achieved through mirrored walls and vanities. Large mirrors, often framed in opulent gold or brass, were a common feature. These mirrors were not only practical for everyday grooming, but also served to make bathrooms appear larger and more glamorous. The reflective surfaces added a sense of depth and light, enhancing the overall brightness and spaciousness of the room. Despite its impracticality, shag carpeting made its way into many 1980s bathrooms. I feel like that was more of an early 1980s thing, and this thick plush carpet added a layer of comfort and luxury under your feet. Though it required more maintenance, it was seen as a lavish addition that made stepping out of the shower feel warm and indulgent. Paired with equally plush mats, the shag carpeting contributed to the cozy, lived-in feel of a 1980s bathroom. I don't think I've ever lived in a house with carpeting in the bathroom, but I think you would definitely need to steam clean it a lot. And if you had kids, I can imagine it getting really gross and rotten quite quickly. And of course, no 1980s bathroom would be complete without the Hollywood-style vanity lights, and these bright, round bulbs, often set in line around the mirror, were essential for achieving the perfect makeup application. They provided ample, even lighting, making everyone feel like they were getting ready on a glamorous movie set. The vanity lights not only served a practical purpose, but also added to the overall glitz and glam of the 1980s aesthetic. Decorative accessories also played a role in the overall look of a 1980s bathroom. Ceramic and porcelain figures, often in shapes of swans and dolphins or whimsical creatures, adorned the countertops and shelves. Soap dishes, toothbrush holders, and tissue boxes frequently matched the pastel or floral themes, tying the whole room together. And there was also patterned tile work, and this was another key element in the bathroom. Floors and walls often featured intricate designs ranging from geometric patterns to more elaborate mosaics. These tiles added an extra layer of texture and visual interest to the bathroom. For those who wanted to make a more of an even bolder statement, metallic accents were a go-to feature. Faucets, towel racks, and even toilet paper holders in gold, brass, or chrome added a touch of sophistication and shimmer. These metallic touches were a nod to the decade's love for luxury and excess. The use of glass block walls was another trend that provided both function and style. These walls allowed light to pass through while maintaining privacy, adding a modern architectural element to the bathroom. They were often used to separate the shower area from the rest of the bathroom without making the space feel closed off. I used to think those glass walls were kind of tacky, but now I feel like I'm kind of into them. I wonder if they're having a comeback. And finally, artificial plants and flowers were ubiquitous of the 1980s bathroom. These low-maintenance decor pieces brought a touch of nature indoors and were used to complement the floral wallpapers and pastel color schemes. They added a pop of color and life to the space, making it feel more vibrant and lively. In essence, the 1980s bathroom was a reflection of the decade's broader cultural trends, bold, vibrant, and unapologetically stylish. From the pastel fixtures and floral patterns to the mirrored walls and plush carpeting, every element worked together to create a space that was both functional and a true representation of 1980s flair. This unique blend of comfort, luxury, and playful design made the 1980s bathroom a memorable and cherished part of home decor history. And no 1980s bathroom would be complete without its array of iconic beauty products. The 1980s were a time of experimentation, bold looks, and larger-than-life styles. These beauty products of the time reflected this vibrant spirit, each contributing to the distinctive aesthetics of the decade. Aqua Net Hairspray was the go-to product for achieving these big, voluminous hairstyles. Launched in the 1950s, Aqua Net truly came into its own during the 80s. The super strong hairspray was a staple in almost every household, ensuring the tease bangs and gravity-defying hairstyles stayed put all day long. It became synonymous with the era's love for big hair thanks to its affordable price and incredible hold, making it a favorite for everything from rock concerts to high school proms. And then we have Noxzema Cleansing Cream, and this was another bathroom essentials in the 80s. Introduced in the early 20th century, Noxzema became a household name by the 1980s. Known for its cool, tingling sensation, Noxzema was already used by many for deep cleansing and refreshing their skin. Its eucalyptus-infused formula promised a thorough clean, making it a popular choice for teenagers dealing with acne and anyone seeking a fresh and rejuvenating cleanse. It's also really good for sunburns, and you can also use it as a foot mask and put it on your feet and sleep in it overnight. And then we have a Maybelline Great Lash Mascara with its iconic pink and green tube, was a must-have in every makeup bag. First introduced in 1971, it gained immense popularity in the 80s due to its ability to add volume and length to the lashes, making eyes pop with just a few swipes. Its affordable price and reliable performance cemented its status as a beauty staple that continues to be loved by makeup enthusiasts today. And I've been using this mascara lately, and I do like the wand and the brush. It's really easy to feather out your lashes and create volume. I would definitely buy it again. For those who wanted a sun-kissed glow without the sun damage, Coppertone tanning lotion was the answer. Coppertone, a brand that started in 1944, offered a range of products designed to protect and enhance tans. In the 1980s, the desire for a golden tan was high, and Coppertone's tanning lotions promised a safe way to achieve that bronze look. Their products were marketed as the perfect solution for achieving a beach-ready tan, even if you weren't near the ocean. And people definitely loved being tanned in the 80s and the 90s and early 2000s. And lip smackers were the ultimate flavored lip balms that captured the hearts of teenagers everywhere. Introduced in 1973 by Bonnie Bell, lip smackers exploded in popularity during the 80s. These flavored lip balms were not only fun to use, but also came in a variety of flavors from strawberry to Dr. Pepper, making them a favorite among teenagers. They were often traded among friends and collected like candy, each new flavor bringing a sense of excitement. An electric blue mascara was super popular in the 80s, and it became a surprising yet popular trend, reflecting the decade's love for bold and unconventional beauty choices. This striking color made eyes stand out and was a fun way to add a pop of color to any look. Brands like Maybelline and CoverGirl offered electric blue options that appealed to those who wanted to push boundaries from traditional beauty norms. And then there was this Jean Nat After Bath Splash, and this was a refreshing body splash that many use after a shower or bath, and it was introduced by Revlon in 1935, and Jean Nat introduced peak popularity in the 80s. I actually bought one of these on Amazon but the ingredients look kind of weird. I feel like it would hurt my skin, so I actually haven't used it, but let me know in the comments below if you've ever used it. And it provided a light, invigorating scent that people kept feeling fresh throughout the day. The splash was marketed as a luxurious yet affordable way to indulge in self-care, often used as a finishing touch to one's beauty routine. Then there was Sun and Hair Lightener, and this was another iconic product of the 80s. This spray and hair lightener promised sun's kiss highlights without the need for a trip to the salon. Launched in the 70s, it gained massive popularity in the 80s, and people wanted that carefree, beachy look. And it was a simple spritz onto your hair, and then you could step into the sun, and the UVA rays would do the rest, gradually lightening your hair. And I've always wanted to try Sun In, but I think my hair was always just too dark, so it wouldn't work on me. And Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder, it was another classic in the 80s, and it renewed popularity actually in the 80s. Originally introduced in 1935, this powder became a favorite for its affordability to set makeup and provide a flawless finish. Its delicate fragrance and fine texture made it a staple in many beauty routines, ensuring that makeup stayed in place throughout the day. And another more high-end luxurious product was Estee Lauder's Advanced Night Repair Serum. This one was launched in the early 80s, and it was one of the most revolutionary beauty products of the time when it came out, launched in 82. This serum was groundbreaking at the time with its advanced skincare technology, and it was kind of one of the first of its kind using hyaluronic acid, which is a powerful ingredient that helps retain moisture, and it was also designed to be used overnight, capitalizing on the body's natural repair process during sleep. It has a blend of antioxidants and moisturizing ingredients, and I have one of these. I'm still on the fence whether I can notice any difference. I'm like halfway through the bottle. I don't know if you need to use it for a few months and keep going. It also has ferment in it and probiotics. I don't not like it, put it that way. Like, I am considering getting another bottle. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever used this serum on a regular basis. I've used it on and off, maybe one bottle, and then I'll wait a few years and try it again. So maybe you need to consistently use it. And this serum is still one of the best-selling serums in the world. So it's definitely, I mean, that's why I'm always convinced that it must be good if one sells every minute, basically. So, I mean, if it was not good, it wouldn't be a bestseller in my opinion. I mean, a lot of it has to do with marketing as well, but there must be something to it because a lot of people swear by it. And when it comes to perfumes in the 80s, the 1980s saw a rise of several iconic perfumes. Was one such fragrance, and Giorgio Beverly Hills was popular in the 80s, launched in 1981, and it became synonymous with glamour and luxury. Its bold, opulent scent captured the spirit of the decade and was often associated with high fashion and elegance. Then there's Calvin Klein's Obsession, introduced in 85. It was another defining fragrance of the 80s with its rich, spicy notes. Obsession was a bold statement in a bottle, and its advertising campaigns were equally provocative. And Chanel No. 5 also had a resurgence in the 80s. I know I've mentioned this perfume a lot for different decades, but it's quite iconic. I mean, it was launched in 1921, but it's really stood the test of time and still remains to be one of the best-selling perfumes in the world, and is associated with Hollywood glamour. And a lot of old Hollywood movie stars use this perfume, including Marilyn Monroe. And then there's Poison by Dior, launched in 85, and this one epitomized the dramatic and daring essence of the 80s. Its rich, exotic scent was a favorite among those who wanted to make a bold impression. The striking purple bottle added to its allure, making it a coveted item for the 80s. And now let's peek inside a 1980s medicine cabinet. I always love the idea of peeking in someone's medicine cabinet when you use their bathroom. I mean, I don't always do that, but I'm always intrigued to see what people have in there. And the 1980s medicine cabinet was a treasure trove of both practical and beauty essentials, reflecting the era's emphasis on health, convenience, and personal care. Vaseline was a versatile staple found in almost every household. Introduced in the late 19th century, its uses in the 1980s were numerous. It served as a moisturizer for dry skin, a makeup remover, a lip balm, and even a protective barrier for minor cuts and burns. It would lock in moisture, and people even used it as a primer. Marilyn Monroe loved Vaseline. Then we have Johnson's baby powder, and this was another common item, popular not just for its intended use on babies. The talcum powder, known for its soothing properties, was used by adults as well. It served as a dry shampoo alternative, helping to absorb excess oil from the scalp. Additionally, it was used to keep skin feeling soft and fresh, and people would use it, especially in warmer climates, as a feminine dusting. But there's so many lawsuits that are coming out about it and how it caused cancer and that asbestos in it. I actually am doing a video on it on my Dark History channel, Dahlia's in the Attic, if you're interested in watching that. I believe that one's going to come out this week. And then we have Sea Breeze Astringent, which was another popular product dealing with oily skin, and it had a strong, invigorating formula and would cleanse out the skin, get rid of oil and impurities. It was super popular among teenagers, and I've tried it. I found it too harsh on my skin, to be honest, but it definitely seems like a cult classic. And then for acne treatment, a lot of people use Clearasil, and this one was actually launched in the 50s, which was surprising to me. And it had a wide range of products to combat pimples and acne, and the products use salicylic acid and benzoyl peroxide. Again, this was super popular among teenagers. And then we have the classics like Tylenol and Advil, which were common in most people's vanities. And then the Alka-Seltzer provided relief from heartburn and indigestion, which those 80s ads are pretty funny. And this one was actually introduced in the 30s, which was surprising to me. I always find it shocking when I figure out how old some of these products are. I do like Alka-Seltzer, the one, because it has Tylenol built in, so it's like a pain relief and it's good for upset stomach. In the 80s, people loved this toothpaste called Close-Up toothpaste. I don't think I've ever seen this toothpaste for sale in Canada. I don't know if you can still buy it, but I kind of want to try it, to be honest. And it had a cinnamon flavor, which was popular in the 80s. And it was actually launched in 1967. And it was the first gel toothpaste that quickly gained popularity for its unique flavor and breath freshening properties. Its bright red gel and spicy taste set it apart from traditional mint flavored toothpastes, making it a memorable part of 1980s morning routines. And a medicine cabinet wouldn't be complete without Vicks Vapor Rub, and this was popular treatment for treating colds and congestions. And it was first sold in the early 20th century, and it's applied to the chest and throat to clear airways, and it definitely has a strong menthol property. And then there's Carmex Lip Balm. This one was super popular in the 80s. Again, this one was introduced in the 30s, and it still has the iconic yellow packaging, and it's popular for its ability to soothe and heal chapped lips. And it has that distinctive yellow jar with the menthol and camphor in it. And it's definitely a reliable choice. I've bought it before. It's really good if you have really dry lips and you just want something to soothe it. And I do remember Tums being super popular in the 80s and the 90s. They used to have them in like the Mentos packaging, almost like mints, and it was in paper packaging. People used to like to eat them almost as candies because they came in various flavors. Everyone used them back then. And taking a peek inside a 1980s bathroom is like stepping into a time capsule of nostalgia. The decor, the products, and the trends all tell a story of a decade that embraced boldness and individuality. Whether it's the pastel hues, the floral patterns, or the iconic beauty products, the 1980s bathrooms holds a special place in our collective memory. And as we take a look back, it's clear that the 1980s were more than just a decade of excess. They were a time of creativity and self-expression. And while some trends may have faded, the influence of the 80s continues to be felt in beauty and decor. So thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to feature any other decades, or what is your favorite decade? Do you like the 1980s? Is that your favorite decade for design? I'm always curious. The 80s are growing on me again. For a while I wasn't a fan, but now I'm kind of into it again. Anyways, don't forget to check out my 1970s bathroom video.